and today I'm ready to talk about AI. Unfortunately, not that one, the one that everybody else is talking about, mainly Chat GPT.
Bing bong.
Nice flippin' choice. What's up, you short-term rental savants? It's Garrett Brown from the Nice Flippin' Choice channel. Now, you have either seen a million AI-generated headshot photos or blog posts, or you have been trapped in a closet somewhere, hopefully not with R. Kelly. The artificial intelligence boom is among us, and I figured, why not try to put it to the test, figuring out if you can build a glamping business with the instructions from Chat GPT. Do I agree with it? Let's not waste time, and let's get to asking. Yeah, no, let's do it. Okay. How can I build up a glamping business? Setting up a glamping site or business can be a rewarding venture, but it also comes with its own unique set of challenges. That is very correct. Here are some of the problems that many people face when building a glamping site or business. Let's run them down and see what we think. Number one, finding the right location. Good start there. One of the biggest challenges of setting up a glamping site or business is finding the right location. You need to find a location that is scenic, accessible, and has the necessary infrastructure to support your business. This is a very, very simplistic way to put it, but there's some very good points there. You don't want to just jump into a place that is not going to be able to support your infrastructure. They actually hit probably the top three things: accessible and infrastructure. I guess I kind of consider the same because that's dealing with road and utilities and all that. But it even started with scenic. That's a pretty good start, Chat GPT. Mind you, this is 1 for 1 with that one. I'll give you that one. It's going to number 2. Obtaining permits and licenses. Ooh, this is getting good. Okay, hold on. Depending on the location and type of glamping business you want to start, you may need to obtain permits and licenses from various authorities. This can be a time-consuming and expensive process. All very true. Definitely very time-consuming. It's very expensive depending on what they're making you do. If you already weren't planning, it might be in your budget. But finding the right location and obtaining the permits, they kind of go hand in hand, because you also need to make sure your location can be permitted before you move on it if you don't just have a place. Arm's getting tired from holding this mic. This is a little different. I need to get my mic stand back in here. Number three, developing the site. Once you have found the right location, you need to develop the site. This involves building structures such as tents, cabins, amenities, bathrooms, kitchens, and common areas. Now they're getting a little generic, like, no, you gotta develop the site, okay.
Tell me how you really feel, ChatGPT.
I mean, they are correct with it, but it's a very rudimentary place to really kind of put it. You need to put a site plan together. You really need to get probably with an architect or somebody that is highly qualified to do site planning, because this will help you get the actual permits that you need, and it will really help map out a lot of the things with your site going forward. Do you want to connect electricity to the next site? Do you want to use one septic system that connects to all of them? Or do you want to use a couple septic systems if you need to? Is your county going to allow that? How are you going to get water out to the next place? Are you going to put the same well for all the different other structures? Where's your roads going to go? How are fire trucks going to turn around? All these different things that go with permits as well. Working with a good site designer can definitely help make everything smoother in the permitting process. This probably would be between about $1,000 and $2,000 depending on how big your site is. If you're getting really big, then it's even going to push way higher. Number 4, marketing and promotion. To attract customers to your glamping site or business, you need to invest in marketing and promotion. This can be a challenge, especially if you're starting from scratch and have no existing customer base. Yes, you're correct. That is this is definitely very small level stuff, as you can see. They aren't going into massive ideas, but they're starting to spark what you need to actually do, because marketing and promotion is very key in today's market. Damn, I need to stop using the word market. Marketing and promotion is very key in today's world. You can't just slap it up on Airbnb anymore and hope that people come. What if Airbnb takes your account down? Then what do? You need to have your own infrastructure. You need to be on multiple sites. You need to have your own brand built. I made a whole topic about this over Airbnbs that I will link in the description below, about building a brand and how you can actually do it, what major brands do to keep people in. Every big business has a budget going towards marketing and promotion. You need to do it as well, no matter what. Even if you have a small operation going, this will bring in more people, allow you to expand if you want to, or just not rely on word of mouth that only works for so long, which is great, by the way. Number 5, managing booking and operations. Managing bookings, operations, and customer service can be challenging, especially during peak season when you may have multiple guests at your site. Very valid point. You need to think about who's actually going to manage your place once you get it done. Is it going to be you? Because it's a lot of work. Is it going to be you and your spouse, you by yourself, you and your partner, you and some friends? You're going to hire someone? It's going to take a lot more work than you probably think. This type of business is definitely not a passive income type of thing. There's a lot of cash flow that can come in from it, but there's also a lot of work that goes into it. So if you're not planning on how you're actually going to manage the bookings and the guest experience when you're here, building up your team of cleaners and handy people, you might want to hire it out. And this is going to cut into your profit significantly. So make sure the deal still works or your site ideas are still going to work. Number 6, managing finances. Setting up a glamping site or a business requires significant upfront investment, and it can take some time to generate a profit. Managing finances and cash flow is critical to the long-term success of your business. Chat GPT hit it on the head with that one because that is so true. There are not many loans out here for anything that we're doing like this, especially if you're building unique structures. Probably gonna have to be a lot of cash up front that you're gonna put in. You can get the land if you get a house with it. I do have some videos about land as well, about getting a mortgage on a house that has acreage around it, because it's very hard to get loans for just raw land on its own. And I don't recommend it if you're just starting in this anyways. You should probably find a place with a house already on it so you know utilities exist there. But you're gonna be burning through a lot of cash up front, especially if you're starting really big or really luxury on your first couple sites or your first site, before you're able to turn a profit and really get all the guests coming in. I highly recommend that whatever you have saved, you need to probably go about another 50% higher than that, because it is gonna cost more than you ever think, and it's also gonna take longer than you ever think. Moving in some of these rural, I hate that word, places, because it is not on a fast time over here. And the last one, number 7, maintaining standards and quality. Glamping guests expect a certain level of comfort and luxury, and maintaining standards and quality can be challenging, especially if you have a high turnover of guests. Very satisfying answers overall. I will give an 8 out of 10 over this on these type of answers because it pretty much covered a lot of things. They obviously didn't go to in-depth into a lot of them. That's not what you would expect from a tool like this. But if you've never done anything on this process, this gives you a pretty good step-by-step idea of what you need to do, minus a couple extra things that's going to come up to really start to build up to building your dream glamp site or business. You know, they gave a little sappy ending about building a business, careful planning, hard work, blah, blah, blah. But this is actually pretty spot on. I think they missed, you know, being with a theme and, you know, figuring out how to get past your competition, but that kind of touches into the marketing, so I'll give it a break. But for this being my first run through really with it, and this experimenting out on a couple different things and seeing what I can bring content-wise to y'all maybe using this type of tool, I think it's pretty solid. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and if you would use anything like this to write blog posts, figure out amenities in the area, figure out different facts and information and ideas you hadn't thought of. Subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.